Alright guys, welcome back. Another episode of Offline Dynasty. We are doing the reset, completely restarting, a whole new save file, whole new everything. If you look in the description, I'm using custom rosters. These are by Sazzy41, S-A-Z-Z-Y. They were a little more updated than the Call Me LSU that a lot of people use towards the end of the 2015 season, so that's what we're running with. I'm also using Jared21's black set for the sliders. Like whatever he had it set to is what I'm using, and I'm going to stick to it the entirety of the series. It's because I want it to be more of a challenge, and this is for extremely skilled players, which I am not. I'm about Heisman, maybe a little above Heisman, but this is for extremely skilled players, which I am not. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult. We're also doing 8-minute quarters, and on Heisman, I'll show that whenever we get the chance. But we are starting with a new coach. We have Teddy the Bear Douglas. That's right, Teddy Bear Douglas. That's spelled Douglas. I want to say that's how you spell Douglas. If not, then whatever. That's how he spells it. So don't judge him. He's a teddy bear. He's a medium guy. I mean, he's pretty well educated. He's got a suit on. He coaches, and he means business. He's bringing it back old school. Whenever I said I want to do the reset, I wanted legendary teams, or teams that used to be good back in the day, and they're bringing it back. And that's what we're going to roll with. And it was between two teams, Arkansas and Army, and it was decided by a total of 3 votes. 3 votes. A team that won by 2 votes, and that was within the last couple of days. And this is recorded on Sunday night, so by the time it comes out on Wednesday, this is the way it's going to be. Like I said, it was really close. I was tempted just to go with the other team anyways, but I wanted to go with this team. His alma mater is Arkansas, because that was one of the options. We are going to roll with Army. As you can tell on the screen, I got the votes by 2. Army wins it. So we're running with Army. We're going to be a run offense heavy team, because in the online dynasty when we reset, I'm going to completely redo how I run that also. So it's going to be fun over there, but we're going to run heavy and we're going to be super aggressive. If it's 4th and 3, and we'll probably do the whole, I think there's a team in Texas, maybe it's in Arkansas or something like that, where they don't punt the ball on 4th down. So I think we're going to try to incorporate that also. We won't punt the ball on 4th down. We'll go for it every single time. Or we'll go for 2 every single time. That's my goal. I'm hoping. But we will see. If something happens, something happens. But we are running with their playbook, which is the Army playbook, and they run a 3-4 defense, which we're going to do, and I typically don't run. But it's going to be an experiment in how that works. I've got a couple of tips on how to recruit for the 3-4, so I'm anxious to try it out. But Teddy Douglas is ready to roll. Teddy the Bear Douglas. I do need to set up some custom conferences to make sure everything's up to date as of the 2015 season. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll be right back. Alright, just got done setting up all the custom conferences. I tried to make it as close as possible. So the MAC, Mountain West, it should be almost 100% as to how it is in real life, minus the Sun Belt. There's a couple of teams that are missing, but I can't add those guys. But the ACC is now correct. The American is now correct. As well as the Big Ten. Those are like the big ones for dang sure. Everybody's moved around. BCS Bowl tie-in is going to leave it at default. Not going to change anything. So I'm at a disadvantage there. I might can get it out large, but you never know. Conference rules, that's per conference. I didn't really change anything there either, other than some of the division names to make it match up. Rules and difficulty, like I said, we're playing. We'll start at level 1. We'll move up fast. Auto generate names, no, because I have the names already set. And then we're going to Heisman all around, injuries, fatigue, Gordling, 8 minutes. Like I said, the Jared21 said he plays on very fast. I want to do that. Minimum speed threshold is 0. Gameplay rules. This is what he has set up. He said it doesn't really go into the penalties a whole lot, but I made it exactly how he had it set up. These are all mine. Custom AI. I plan on never changing it. But this is what I'm going to be dealing with, man. It's going to be fun. I'm actually going to change the name to this real quick. It's going to be called Offline, just so I know what it is. Whoop. The other one was called Champs. This one's just going to be called Offline, straight up. Nothing to it. Now, I'm starting off level 1. Begin the dynasty. Should make me pick my team. I'm open. Hello? I didn't get to choose a team. Please tell me it didn't just, like, pick a team for me. Because I didn't get to choose. There we go. I was about to say. What? So we're independent. We are Army. We are the head coach. Straight up. new head coach of the Army Black Knights. We are safe. They have not had a good season the past couple of years. Can I go back and see? They had a winning record in 2010. Before that was, ouch, 1996. They were 10-2, 9-3 in 88, in 85, 9-3. They've just not had a great season. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was that 8, 9 winning seasons in the past like 20 years, which is horrible. So we're gonna help change that, man. We are going. Teddy the Bear Douglas is the new head coach of the Army Black Knights. Coach skill tree. I thought about doing this in the game management, but I experimented with it in the offline dynasty, and none of that stuff is worth it to me at all. So I'm going to do recruiting. We're going to do scouting. So we want to scout the best players. Once I get this all filled out, then maybe, and since we're on like a fast upgrading, maybe we'll get more XP, but most definitely try to get as much done as we can. We have a new coordinator also, offensive and defensive. Let's see, block shedding, power moves. Let's do block shedding, because that's going to be huge. And on offense, we're going to do carrying. Simple as that. Nothing too special, man. Save it. Save all of the things. Brent Davis, welcome to the team. First year coach at Army. We're gonna bring this team back to greatness. We're gonna set up our red shirts depth chart and recruiting board. I might not change anything on the custom schedule other than if we're playing an FCS team, just because I don't want to play an FCS team. That's not how I do, but I have open range to play whoever I want, which is nice. I keep the rivalry games. I got some big conference games here. I got some small conference that are big, but I'm gonna keep it as realistic as possible. We probably won't have a gameplay this video just because I just want to keep it as short as possible. But we will come into Ball State at the start of the season, man. So I'm gonna do all this stuff, and I'll bring you back with what I've done. So be right back. Alright, my recruiting board's all set up based off how I recruit. If you didn't see the last episode, episode 101, this showcases how I recruit, and this is going to follow along with that the best I can. My team is in desperate need of everything. We are pretty hurting. I need a tight end, a kicker, and then we need a middle linebacker and punter. I mean, we don't need a whole lot, but for what I want, we need a ton of stuff. So I set up my board based off how I recruit, which is my team needs are going to be at the top. And then I have them separated as of right now based off overall, which is 70, like based off that. And then it's where I'm sitting on their board. So I'm at the top of the board. I'm at the top of their list. You know what I mean? Like they're going to be at the top of my list based off the overall rating. My scouting, I can only do 25% at a time until I level up again, which sucks because it's going to take me 4 weeks to scout everybody. And that's bad. But I mean, I'll just keep scouting until I can figure out who I can get and who I need, and move the people around accordingly. But like I said, my reasoning to recruit is it's worked out for me in the past, and I'm gonna try that. And I've got a couple of guys that are interested in my school. A 75 overall halfback. I mean, these people want to come play for me, so I want to try to get these guys as much as possible because my team is garbage. We need some help. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I redshirt a lot of people. That's just how I do things, man. But my depth chart is not great. Quarterback's a 75 overall. He's a senior, so he's gone. I got a junior running back, a junior fullback. It's going to be weird running the triple option, but I'm going to try to stay as true to Army as possible. That's just what I like to do. I don't want to differentiate. I don't want to create my own playbook and run that. I want to play like the team. Like it's just my style, I guess. I don't know. But that's kind of how I am in Madden. When I play as a player, I want to play as that character. I don't get to call my own plays. The coach tells me what to run. In this situation, I get to call my own plays, but I want to stick to as much as real life as possible. With a couple of changes. I mean, I'm a teddy bear, but it's the same thing. You know what I mean? I want to be realistic. So running a 3-4 is going to be way different for me because I don't run 3-4. I don't like 3-4. But I'm going to learn it, and hopefully it can translate into working out for me. Plus the different difficulty sliders and all that's going to make it really hard. But I'm going to give it my shot. Give it my best, man. We're going to lose a couple of games. It's almost a guaranteed. We just need to come out and get a couple of wins, man. But we are ready to roll. Like I said, I didn't touch my schedule at all. Just made sure I wasn't playing any FCS team. That's what we're looking at. Not the greatest of schedules, but this is where we're sitting. I mean, I got 2 SEC opponents, an ACC, 2 ACC opponents, so I got some pretty good teams. And I got my rivalry game to end the season. As long as I win that game, I'm going to be happy. Now, unless I get fired or something, I am sticking with this team for at least 3 to 4 seasons just because I like to build them up. And I want to see the caliber players that I recruit. I want to see them on the field. And me switching schools every 3 to 4 years is just not going to happen. I'm not going to be able to translate what my recruiting shows onto the field. So I'm going to stick with this team for a while, just so you know, right off the bat. Not going to change schools next year. Not going to change the schools the year after that. It's going to be maybe closer to 2018, 2020 before I switch schools. I just want to stay with Army for as long as possible. But we are ready to roll, man. Ready to do things. We're going to start the season. I have a bye week the first week, so I'm going to do the recruiting. I'll show you that, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're in week 1. I have set up my recruiting board. I've made the adjustments. I've scattered as much as I could and made my adjustments as appropriate. Some people have moved up, some people have moved down, and I kind of rearranged it a little bit. But I'm going after this tight end. I'm not going to put a scholarship on him yet because I have an advantage over 50 points. Granted, sometimes the coaches might be able to put more points. I start off as a level 1, so that could hurt me pretty bad. But as of right now, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to put anything on the punter or kicker yet. And if I can get him, I can get him. If not, I'll take a walk on. It's not that big a deal. I probably won't use much of them anyways. And then I put some on the tight end because that's my needs. And then middle linebacker. And then I got a fullback, defensive end, and an outside linebacker. And like I said, I've adjusted people based off how I recruit, which is I'm at the top of the board on these people. So they're at the top of my board. And then second on the list. And then it's based off percentage locked. So that's why they're ordered the way they are. Nothing overall doesn't matter. It's percentage locked because this guy's 17% locked to come into my school, which is cool. If he can come to my school, I'll be happy. Whereas this guy's 20%. So that's just how I recruit. That's what I'm going to be doing all season long. We are into week 1. I got all my scholarships, of course. Only have 5,000 points. This is going to be the most difficult part. Let's check out the top 25. I'm anxious to see how the preseason polls are looking to start this year. Ohio State number 1, TCU number 2. Then we got UCLA, UCSC, Alabama, Baylor. And where are we sitting? That's what I'm curious about. Where are we sitting? Wait, where's Arkansas sitting too? That's the other team we would have been, but they didn't win the vote. Sometimes it's just the way it goes. I don't know if I passed them yet. I haven't really been looking. I am. We are 80th overall in the nation. 74 on overall, 72 offense, 76 defense, 2-star team. Arkansas, are you below me or are you above me? Surely they're above me, right? Arkansas is a lot better than that, yeah. I bet Arkansas is probably in the top 50, maybe in the top 40. We will see real quick. I know I passed them because I obviously didn't see them below me. Top 40, yeah, there we go. Arkansas, where are you at, dog? Is Arkansas ranked? Arkansas would have been number 22 of the nation, and I went with Army? Dang. They're on the SEC, so it's going to be a little rough over there. I'm looking forward to it, though. Like, for real. I'm looking forward to this season, how it's going to do, how we're going to play. It's going to be different. I know somebody said I typically run a lot of option, but this is going to be something completely different, completely out of my norm. Because I like to throw the ball every now and then. I like to mix it up, not just run the same play over and over again. This one's going to be different, and it's going to be interesting. And I'm looking forward to it. But that's going to be it for this episode. Next week, we play Ball State. Definitely looking forward to seeing what this team's like on the field with the sliders and all that. It's going to be interesting. But that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see y'all next time.